This week, it's an easy one. What is a DBA? What does that mean? Stick around, find out. Hey out there, welcome back to Wedding Industry Law. My name is Rob. I'm an attorney. And in this week's video, we're talking about what a DBA is. Like, what does that mean? What's its significance? What does it not mean? That's kind of the critical part of this video. So DBA is essentially doing business as. It is a trade name that is typically registered with the state or the county or whatever your locality is. And it's as simple as that. That is literally all a DBA is. So why are we even talking about it? Like, what's the significance of DBA? Well, a DBA is typically used when you don't want to use whatever your business entity legal name is, or if you're a sole proprietor and you don't want to go by your literally your name. So that trade name is used in place in advertising and branding and things like that to the world to identify you by a name other than your business entity legal name or your sole proprietor name. So by way of example, rather than being Jane Smith Flowers LLC, you can go by the trade name Amazing Raisin Flowers, of Virginia or whatever it is. So that, like, you can advertise and have a website, all that kind of stuff with that name instead of your business name, your LLC legal registered name. Or if you're a sole proprietor, rather than be Joe Plumber, you can be the Amazing Raisin Plumber guy, right? So there is, for example, in Georgia, there's an attorney, and I can't remember what his name is, and that's a shame. I should have probably researched that and taken the 5 seconds to do it. But he goes by the DBA of My Bald Lawyer. So his name isn't My Bald Lawyer. His LLC is not My Bald Lawyer LLC. That is his trade name, his doing business as name. And so kind of a way to protect the public from just people naming stuff willy-nilly and us not knowing who's behind the curtain. The state government or your local government or your county government says you need to register that trade name with us, so there is an accounting of all the trade names out there. So that's kind of what the DBA is, why you see that around, and maybe why you might want to do that. So registering your DBA is different. It varies from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, and it can be as inexpensive as like $12. And I think I've seen it up to a few $100s to register a DBA name. But again, that's all it's going to do. So registering your name is something that's separate and apart from forming an LLC or incorporating a corporation. In other words, the DBA is just a name. It's not a business entity. It has nothing to do with protecting your personal assets like an LLC or corporation. It's just a name. So that is a typical misconception that I started a business. I'm Jane Plumber. I've registered a DBA as Amazing Plumbers, and now I'm protected. That's not the case. That is absolutely not the case. If you desire to be something other than a sole proprietor, you need to form an LLC or a corporation or some type of liability protecting business entity. And then from there, you can do a DBA. But just for the fact that you've done a DBA doesn't necessarily have anything to do with business entities, limiting liabilities, or incorporating, or things of that nature. This is actually a topic that's near and dear to my heart, because just down the street from me is a restaurant called DBA Barbecue, and it makes delicious barbecue. Not the best in Atlanta, okay, but it's pretty good, and I eat there pretty regularly. So whenever I see the words DBA anywhere, I immediately get hungry. And I don't know why I just told anybody that, but that's what I think about when I see the words DBA written anywhere, is I think about barbecue and ribs. And they have really good smoked wings. So if you're in the Virginia Highlands area of Atlanta, check out DBA Barbecue. And I'm not in any way sponsored. Like, I wish I had sponsors. Are you kidding me? So don't like, oh, Rob, like, you're getting a kickback. I'm not. They don't even know I exist. Well, they do, because I'm the fat guy that goes in there all the time. But anyway, DBA barbecue. That's what I think about. I hope that, with the exception of that last 30 seconds, you've enjoyed the content of this video. New wedding industry law videos drop, as the kids used to say 20 years ago, every Monday. If you want to see a particular item covered, please be sure to let us know. Comment down below. Do you have a DBA? What is it? Why did you choose to do a DBA? Let us know. Let's get a conversation started, or not. And with that, folks, we'll see you next time.